Speaking during the bank's 26th annual general meeting, Chief Executive Officer Richard Etemesi said the rights issue was an important milestone in the bank's growth. According to the financial institution, the rights issue will raise capital to support in strategy and ensure that the bank is in a sound position to meet any impending regulatory changes.
The Board of Directors has authorized and approved that up to 37 million ordinary shares of 5 shillings each be offered through a rights issue to raise an additional 3.2 billion shillings to support a growing balance sheet and the anticipated business growth.
In 2010, we did the first rights issue, which was to raise money to buy the custody business from Barclays. That was 2.5 billion. So that went well. This year, we are asking the shareholders to give us funds, money to grow. As you've seen, our performance in the first quarter is excellent. Our business continues to grow very rapidly, and any fast-growing business is hungry for investment.
Even against a challenging economic backdrop, Standard Chartered Bank continued to perform strongly, delivering a strong income and profit growth for the year 2011.
You'll see that, in fact, our revenues in the first quarter are up 33% in comparison with the first quarter of last year. That's a tremendous growth.
Our operating profit before tax was 8.3 billion shillings compared to 7.3 billion in 2010, an increase of 7%. Our total revenue grew to Kenya shillings 15.9 billion.
On the balance sheet, customer assets recorded strong growth of 36% in 2011 to stand at 32.2 billion Kenya shillings, with mortgages and SME lending as the main drivers in this growth.
Mortgages and SME lending were the main drivers of this growth in customer assets, growing 89% and 36% respectively. Customer deposits, on the other hand, grew by 9% to 70 billion shillings, with a good deposit mix, with current accounts and savings accounts constituting 79% of our total consumer banking assets.
However, according to its CEO, Kenya's growth prospects in 2012 are mixed, with inflation projected to continue in its downward trend, with currency stability and political uncertainties still remaining to be major threats.
The inflation figures that we're seeing at the moment are not encouraging. The overall inflation figures will fall in May because of the base. The base last year was pretty high, so we'll see that the overall inflation figure should show a downward trend. But I think the underlying inflation figure, which constitutes of food, fuel, electricity prices, will show an upward trend. If that is the case, then the central bank will have no option but to keep the CBR rate high until such a time that we start seeing a reduction in the underlying inflation.
Richard says that they are cognizant of the uncertainties that face the Kenyan economy and that could have a negative impact on their performance. However, he says that they remain focused on the fundamentals of their businesses and on the disciplined execution of their strategy. Violet Makendo, GBS News.